Hi, my name is Olivia,
And my name is Kaitlyn.
and we both work at the campus garden.
Today's waste topic that we're going to talk about is food waste and composting.
Around 1/3 of food grown worldwide is thrown away.
So for industrialized countries versus less industrialized countries, the cause of this differs. Somewhere like the United States, the cause is more due to consumers and retailers. So retailers and consumers tend to have really high standards of what food is supposed to look like. And so that causes farmers to have to throw away a lot of produce before it even makes it to the store. The cause in less industrialized countries is more due to a lack of proper storage facilities.
In the United States, 97% of all of our food waste that is created ends up in either a landfill or incinerators, and only 3% of it is composted or reused. And that's why we're making this compost video today.
So there are a few solutions to this problem. One of them is to redefine what we think food is supposed to look like. So a lot of times food that comes out of the ground doesn't always look as perfect as it does in the grocery store. And so part of that is getting connected to our food and really seeing what does food look like when it comes out of the ground. Another solution is composting. So that is turning food scraps into soil, basically, to be able to use that soil to give nutrients to new plants to grow.
And composting is an aerobic process, which means that oxygen has to be present in order for it to happen. And an anaerobic process means there's no oxygen present, and landfills use anaerobic decomposition, so they always remain closed with no oxygen entering.
So this is really important because without oxygen, the pile emits methane and carbon dioxide, and those are greenhouse gases that contribute to climate change. And the reason for this is that landfills don't get turned the way that a compost pile does. And by turning a compost pile, you're aerating it and giving it oxygen. Okay, so we know what goes into our pile, now we need to turn it. This is really important because it aerates the pile and gives it oxygen, which helps everything to break down and also is what keeps our beneficial microorganisms alive. So a good rule of thumb is to turn your compost pile once a week. Every pile is different though, so some signs to look out for that you might need to turn it more frequently are if you have a bunch of pests in your pile, if it's really stinky, it shouldn't smell very much, and if decomposition seems to be slowing down, then you probably need to turn it more.
This water is from our gray water system, and we use it to keep the compost bin moist. So I'm just gonna pour it on. And then we have a thermometer in here so we can see what the temperature is. It's really warm, we just mixed it, so that's a good sign. And then the last thing we'll do is use this tarp and just cover it up to keep it warm. So if you don't have anywhere in your own space to compost, you can come bring your compost here, drop it off at our window at the CAC Community Garden. We're located at 372 East San Salvador Street in downtown San Jose. You could also check out if your city or county has any composting programs or if any farms in your area would accept food waste for composting.
Thank you to the Office of Sustainability for hosting this series, and happy composting!